And what's good YouTube, it's Supreme J here. Now today we have a unboxing video for a early look at a pair of Jordans that's dropping next month. Now I actually thought that they were dropping this month because I was up, it was close to midnight, and I seen that the shoes were gonna drop, and I was like, oh crap, they're already coming out. And so I went for them. I got them off a site called Foot Patrol, which is based in the UK, and I hit on them. So these shoes came all the way from the UK, and I accidentally messed up and ordered two pairs because I did the size conversion chart wrong. Now I'm a little bit concerned because of how damaged this box is. It's basically all the way opened up. Now I don't know what size came in first, so it's either gonna A, be the size that I can actually wear, or B, be the size that is too big and then I'm gonna have to sell. So we're gonna figure that out here. Yeah, this box was not treated that well, so luckily though it looks like the shoe box itself is in decent condition, and something interesting is that they actually taped up the sides of the box. But yeah, these are the shattered backboard Jordan 1s. This is one of the most iconic colorways, and yeah, this side was actually already ripped. This side was already ripped as well, so they were definitely at some point somebody opened them up. But yeah, so let's take a look at the box real quick, because this is actually one of the cooler Jordan 1 boxes, and also this is going to be the size that is too big, so it's the one that I ordered first, and it's the one that I'm getting first. I have no idea when I'm going to be getting the pair that's actually my size, but I'm going to be posting this video on Sunday. If anybody wants these for retail in a month early, if they have not sold by the time that you message me, I will sell them to you, and you can follow me on IG at Supreme _JYT. So if you're a serious buyer, and like I said, retail plus shipping, retail is, I believe it was $200, and shipping will probably be about 15 bucks. So like $215, $225 ish, I will sell them to one of you guys for being supporters for retail. So yeah, but the box is really cool. Living true to its name of having a shattered backboard, it is all shattered all over, which is really cool. I like when each shoe has its own individual like box to it. So here they are, and go ahead and pull out one pair. Yeah, this is definitely a size 11, boys. So let me pull out the other one, and just trying to see if there's any extra laces or anything. And then let's take a look at the shoe. I don't believe there is any extra laces that comes with them. There is, you get an extra pair of orange laces, which I will not be putting on my pair, but that's still pretty cool. And man, it's been a long time since I've got a Jordan 1, surprisingly, because I forgot that they come unlaced, unlike all the other shoes where you gotta delace them usually. Just to be able to show you guys the best look at the quality of them, I'm gonna take this out. That way when I press against them, you guys see how plush or not plush the shoe is. But first, let's just break down the shoe really quick. So you have the orange outsole, which looks really good. You have a slightly sailed colored midsole, but it's not exaggerated. Like for example, the UNC ones that they just retroed, it's just a slight hint, and it doesn't look bad. To me, it actually looks pretty good, and I don't mind that it's not a bright white in this situation. And then for the upper, you of course have the classic color blocking. So right here you have a white patch of sail that matches pretty good to the midsole, and obviously that goes around to the inner of the shoe as well. You have the orange with the black right there going along. Like I said, classic color blocking at this point. Looks really good. And then you have the orange on the toe box. You have the black tongue with a little bit of that sail with the Nike Air, and you also get a exclusive looking, or not exclusive looking, but just a really cool looking insole as well. So yeah, as far as the colorway goes, it's a classic, you know, at this point it's a classic Jordan 1 colorway, and I'm definitely glad that they retro these finally. And last year I sold my shattered backboard lows because I was waiting for these bad boys to come out. Let's talk about the quality though, because that is a very important part. And for some of the reviews that I watched, just feeling it in hand, I feel like they were underselling how nice this leather is, which I'm really glad, because I got a lot of heat in my Cement 4 video for saying that I didn't like how stiff the leather was, even though apparently that means that it's good quality. For me, I'm a plush guy. I like shoes that feel very plush. Like, the best shoes with the best quality I've ever had is the original Spider-Verse ones. That is just pure butter. In my opinion, if those shoes could have been sold for 160, which they were, every single Jordan 1 should have that quality of leather for them, especially for a highly anticipated colorway like this one. But let's get into it, right? So the only part that I'm just, kind of don't really care about is the black leather on this shoe. It's basically just your standard Jordan 1 leather, and it's nothing special. It's not terrible, but it would have been cool if it was a little bit more plush and soft, in my opinion. Then you have the toe box, which it does have that plush look, and although I know that this is not to the levels of the Shattered Backboard ones, it's not horrible. It still has a little bit of plushness to it and a little bit of that tumble look to it. And then when you get to this white part right here, once again, it does have that tumbled plush look to it. It's not the most softest though. Like I said, when I think about soft, I think about like the Spider-Man ones, because that's my experience with really good leather shoes. And it has the look, but it's just not as soft. It's not super stiff, but like I said, for me personally, I do wish that it was a little bit more softer. Then you do have the orange in the back where the heel tab is, and like I said, it has that tumble look, but it's still overall, kind of in the middle. Not bad, but not great in my opinion. And then lastly, you have the upper part of that as well, and once again, tumble look, but nothing crazy to write about, but not bad or disappointing either. Now, at the end of the day, my problem with these shoes is that I kind of don't understand how you know that you have a colorway that's so iconic, and I feel like part of that iconicness is how great the materials were on that shoe. So it's been almost 10 years since they came out. I kind of just don't understand though why Jordan Brand didn't take the extra step to just completely replicate and give us a version of these shoes with that same exact soft buttery leather that was literally used as, like, for the past almost 10 years for shoe reviews. Literally, like, when somebody's talking about how good the leather is, the pinnacle was always like Shattered Back One quality. And so I kind of don't understand why you would undercut that a little bit and not provide an exact match. So that's a little bit frustrating. But at the end of the day though, like, this is a nice looking shoe. I don't usually wear orange, but it's definitely like the go-to. Like, if you can have one shoe with orange on it, you want it to be this shoe, and that's why I have some orange pieces and whatnot in my clothing collection, because it was literally for my Shattered Backboard lows, and now that I have the highs, it's for the highs. But with that being said, comment down below, what do you think? Do you agree that they should have fully replicated the most recent or the previous release of the Shattered Backboards with that leather quality? Are you not too concerned that it's not an exact match? I mean, I'm glad that it at least is somewhat plush and has that tumble look to it. Or do you just not care? But with that being said, make sure you guys leave a like as well, and subscribe if you haven't already, because we are on our way to 3K. With that being said, peace.